and welcome back to the last instalment of this unboxing. So thank you very much for tuning in and getting to see the little selections that we got. Lucy's just about to shoot off to work, so I've had to lose her camera skills. But this one is the Sabah Blue. So I'm hoping, I've just had a quick look at them before and I think they're about this big, 2 centimeters, maybe 3, which I'm hoping. But they can go in these, as you've seen in my previous ones. And I've done it before with loads of other spiders in these. If you see back 2, 3, even 4 years ago on the channel, they did really well. And it seemed to chill them out because they had the space, but they're enclosed. And it just lets them grow up to a certain size. And they seem to be quite chilled. And that's what I'm hoping to have with the Sabah Blue. Instead of putting them in something like this and then so on and so on and so on and changing them over, I could just leave them in this. The only tricky bit is making sure they're settled, making sure they're fed. Little tip for that as well is to give them very small prey, just so they take it. If you give them anything too big, it can startle them, they don't feel safe. But slightly squish a smaller cricket, they'll take it, you can do it from the tongs and they should be fine and you get them settled in. As soon as they start doing a little bit of web or securing their home, I know they're technically safer that way anyway. So I'm just going to get straight on into this one and see if I can get these in. Give it a little spray in there. Let me just move that one out of the way. Hopefully we get no runaround. Right, if I bring that down, because I've got another camera so I can do close-ups with that one. There we go, we can see from above and you can see there, and I'll give you a good close-up in a second. So let's just see what size these Sabah Blue are. And I'm absolutely over the moon to get these. I've always wanted these, but as I said before, they were way too expensive. Right, so let's have a look. No idea how the temperament of these are going to be. Oh, they look quite leggy as well. You can see on there. Let me just see if I can open that up. I didn't want to use my hands, but it's got a jet black abdomen already, if you can see that on there. Absolutely beautiful already, but you can see that's it's absolutely small for this enclosure. This enclosure is huge, but I've chose the cork bark, which will confine it down inside, because the cork bark, as you can see in there, goes into a little tunnel at the top, which I'm hoping that it will use, if you can see, and it will use it up at the side. So let me just see if I can get that to go down. Oh, give me a little threat instead. Come on, buddy, in you go. There we go, disappear, just check. Wow, and you can even probably see that on the top there. And there it is, just there. And it will grow down, but I'm hoping it will use this hole on the inside and go down and then just sit out there, be absolutely perfect. Right, so there's that one. Let me just put the lid there for a second. We'll start the other one and I'll give you a close-up in a second. So let's move that one over. That went in smoothly enough. Let's get the second one. Take the lid off. I love those little compression lids. I've already pre-moistened this, but I just like to give a fresh spray on the side of the container, because then if it wants to get a drink, it can do. If not, it's already got a water dish in there. Start the same process again with these. I'm really, really happy I've got the Sabah Blue. So happy. There we go, we have that in there, same size again. These ones though, I've got really, really small abdomen, so I'm gonna have to feed them. I'm going to leave them for a few hours in here. I'm going to turn the lights off, let it just chill down, so hopefully they can find somewhere to hunker in. but I'm definitely going to feed them because that is a really small abdomen. I never like to leave anything too long with an abdomen that size, so I'm going to have to definitely feed them up. If you can just see, you can hardly see the abdomen on it, look, very, very tiny. See if I can just encourage this one to go on. So there we go. So as you can see, it's in on the cork bark. It is a good size, 3 centimetre, probably going on a little bit more. The legs are quite leggy on this one, but as you can see, the abdomen is so small. And the other one is just there, if you can see on the top. I think what I may do is actually try and introduce them with a little bit of food, just so they've got something. I'll be amazed if this one doesn't take. The abdomen is so small. All right, so there we have it. So they're both in there. Neither of them wanted to take any food items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch them carefully for the next couple of hours and into tonight. Just see if they settle in here, if they find a spot. This one's already started to dig down and burrow. So I'm going to see if I can keep an eye on them. And hopefully they're not going to be too big of an enclosure for them. I've done it plenty of times before, so I know that this does work. But I've not done it for the sabah blue, so I've not done it for them. So fingers crossed this will work and I don't have to change them up. If not, I'll just downsize the enclosure tomorrow or the next day. I've got loads of other little enclosures that you've seen before, but I just wanted to put something in here of these and just give them that space, because they would do that in the wild and then they would just confine themselves to like a little couple of inches of that area. So I'm just giving them that, and it gives me that window to watch them as they grow. So hopefully they do take, and look out for updates of that. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.